Quran tasks us as individuals to look further into science, to look further into understanding the universe. Varley was the Quran I read to start with. His writing, his translation, is the one I've grown into Islam with.
Now behold the heaven. It is we alone who built it with mighty hands, and indeed it is we alone who are expanding it. 47:51.
What the Quran needs is more people in the West to see the content of the Quran and see the scientific verses, so that skepticism of divine revelation can be looked at afresh, and people can understand that there is a holy book that talks to people and talks to modern science and says this is the way the universe is. The Quran is so much more than the other holy books before it.
He created the heavens and the earth with absolute truth. He coils the night upon the daylight, and he coils the daylight upon the night. For he subjugated the sun and the moon to a perpetual order, each one traveling its orbit for a stated term, preordained by him. Most surely, he alone is the overpowering one, the most forgiving.
The Quran is so much more than the other holy books before it. Look, our book says this, and you just discovered the same. Well, I'd known about Quran since I was a child, from education. It's mentioned at school. I'd never looked at it until the time of the issues around the satanic verses. My wife was bought the novel for Christmas, and I didn't take any interest with it until the issue blew up over what Salman Rushdie had said, and the threats against him, and the burning of the book. So, out of interest, I sought a Quran, and I bought a copy of the Yusuf Ali translation of the Quran in Hampstead from a bookshop, and read it because I felt it was something I, as a police officer, needed to know more about, because it was such a controversy and it was affecting relationships between Muslims and the community.
أولم ير الذين كفروا أن السماوات والأرض كانتا رتقا ففتقناهما.
To me, when I read it, I immediately thought of the Big Bang Theory and the formation of the universe. I felt, reading that one line, that was God saying, look, people of knowledge, people who discover things, scientists, I've done this. Here is proof that what I'm telling you here is divine revelation.
السماء بنيناها بأيد وإنا لموسعون.
In Surah 51, verse 47, Quran clearly talks about God expanding the universe with his power. And that to me was very clearly a reference to what we know now about the way the universe is expanding almost at the speed of light in all directions, and something that was only discovered in the last 100 years and referred to by Hubble and other scientists. So this kind of building of the universe with an organised structure seemed to sing through to me from that verse. The Quran is so much more than the other holy books before it.
ألم نجعل الأرض مهادا والجبال أوتادا.
Indeed, yes, Surah 78, verses 6 to 7. People don't really understand it. People generally don't know about mountains. The mountains and the earth float almost like icebergs. They are much lighter material than the material underneath. So they are set out with most of their mass beneath the surface, and in cross-section they look like pegs. Now no one would know that. Anybody looking at mountains 1400 years ago would look at like pyramids sitting just on the surface of the earth. But in fact their roots go down immensely deeply and create huge gravitational anomalies. The Himalayas are very much lighter than the rocks beneath them. and you can detect that lightness scientifically with gravitational surveys. The Quran talks about these great physical phenomena. It's talking about knowledge of the universe. Go out and get it. When the verses concur with the science concurs with the Quran, we need to be able to say, as Muslims, be confident and celebrate that and say, look, our book says this, and you just discovered the same.
Todo louvor é para Deus, que é o Rei de todos os que reivindicar soberania, o único que tem o direito de legislar por suas criaturas. Ele é o doador da vida, ele é a causa da morte, enquanto a morte não tem efeito sobre ele. Porque ele está sempre vivo, autossubsistindo, o eterno e o único absoluto. Todo o louvor é para Deus.